Hey guys, Jazz here, back with another crochet tutorial for you guys. Today, I'll be showing you how to make this baby mitten. It's just in two different colors. It's very simple, and it's a very cute gift to give to anyone that's expecting a baby, or even just to make just to have. So, to begin, well, not to begin. First, you're going to need two different colors of yarn. This one I'm using dark gray and green, but you could use whatever color you want. You'll need scissors, a yarn needle, and this pattern is worked with the 5mm crochet hook. So you're going to start with your first color. For me, it's going to be dark gray. And the first thing you're going to do is you're going to make a slip knot. And to start off, we're going to start by chaining 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now, we're going to single crochet into the second chain from the hook twice. So we don't count the loop on the hook, 1 and 2, and we're going to insert our hook there. You're going to pull yarn through, and then through both loops. And we're going to do that again in the same stitch. So you insert your hook, you pull the yarn through, and then you pull it through both loops. Now, we're going to do 3 single crochet in the next 3 stitches, 1 in each. So 1, 2, and 3. And in our last stitch, we are going to work 2 single crochet, just like we did the first one. So 1 and 2 into that same stitch. And that's your first row. And now, to start our second row, we're going to turn our work and we're going to do 2 single crochet into the first stitch, which is still the same stitch that we were working in at the end of our last row. And I'm just going to sew in my tail here as well. So once you do those 2 of those, we're going to do the same thing we did on this side, working on the other side of our foundation chain. And we are going to be working 3 single crochet in the next 3 stitches. And I'm still working in my tail. If you don't have to if you don't want to, but it just makes things simpler. So that's 1. That's 2. And 3. And just like in our first row, we will be working 2 single crochets into our last stitch. So 1 and 2. And now we're going to be working in a continuous round all the way around. And to start this, we're just going to single crochet in each stitch around, and you should have a total of 14 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. So that's that. And then our second round is going to be our first increase, and we're going to single crochet in 1 stitch, and then we're going to single crochet twice into this stitch for an increase. So 1 and 2, which will give us a total of 3 stitches for this round. Next, we'll do a single crochet in each of the next 4 stitches. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now we're going to have another increase, so we're going to work 2 single crochets into the next stitch. 1 and 2. We're going to work 1 single crochet in the next stitch, and then another increase of 2 single crochet into the next. 1 and 2. And then, just like we did before, 1 single crochet into the next 4 stitches. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then we're going to work 2 into this last stitch of our round. 1 and 2. At the end of this round, you should have a total of 18 stitches. And if you don't have 18 stitches, it should be okay. It'll just be a little bit smaller than this one, but it'll still work with the pattern if you have a few stitches less. Or if you want, you can just add a couple stitches in at the end, and it will be fine. So for our next round, we're going to single crochet into the next 2 stitches. 1, 2, and then where our last increase was, we're going to do another increase, so it should match up, and you'll do 2 in the same stitch. 1, 2. In the next 5 stitches, work 1 single crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to do another increase where if you can look, you could see our other increase. We're going to work 2 in the same stitch. 1 and 2. Then we're going to do 1 single crochet into the next 2 stitches. 1, 2. And then we're at the other corner and we're going to do another increase, working 2 in the same stitch. 1, 2. And then we're going to work 1 single crochet in the next 5 stitches, just like we did on the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Then in our last stitch of the row, we're going to work 1 more increase. So 2 single crochet into this last stitch. 1 and 2. Now, to get the length of our mitten, we are going to work 9 rows with just 1 single crochet in each stitch around. You'll have a total, right now, a total of 22 stitches. So you can just count 22, 22, 22, 22, 9 times. Or, like I like to do, you can get a little safety pin to act as a stitch marker. For this, so you're just going to start your round. This is going to be our first one. And it's just a single crochet in each stitch around. And I'm going to insert my stitch mark into my first stitch so I know where the last stitch would be of the round. And then you just continue to work 1 single crochet in each of the stitches for a total of 9 rounds. And we're back with the last few stitches of our 9th row. After this row, we were going to start working on the cuff of the mitten, and we were going to change colors. So now I've completed my 9 rows, and that's the length of the mitten. Now, this is where we're going to change colors. And what I like to do to change colors, we're going to take our stitch marker out. We're going to grab our green, or your second color, depending on what color you're using. And I'm going to tie my green to this gray. Pull it tight. There. And to change our color, we're going to work a slip stitch, but instead of grabbing our gray, we will be grabbing the green. Now, to start our cuff, I'm going to start with chaining 2 in our green. 1 and 2. And now we're going to work a double crochet all the way around. To work a double crochet, you're going to yarn over, insert your hook into the stitch, yarn, pull through. You're going to pull through 2 loops, and then you're going to pull through the last 2 loops. So again, you're going to yarn over, insert your hook into the stitch, yarn over and pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, and yarn over and pull through the last 2. So you're going to work this you're going to work the double crochet all the way around. So we're at our last few stitches. So we're going to work our double crochets. And when we reach the end, we are not working continuous round anymore. So we will be joining with the slip stitch, and we'll be joining our slip stitch to the top of our chain 2. So there's 1 and 2. So we're just going to insert our hook into this stitch and slip stitch. Now is when it starts to get a bit trickier. I'm going to go ahead and cut my gray yarn at this point. And now we can set this yarn aside. And we are going to be working a front post double crochet. And if you know how to do that, just go ahead and front post double crochet all around. If you don't know how to front post double crochet, I'll show you now. So you're going to yarn over just like you normally would for a double crochet. But instead of inserting it into the top of our stitch like normal, we are going to insert it in here. We're going to go around and out the other gap between the stitches. And then we're going to yarn over and pull through, and then finish our double crochet like normal. So again, you're going to yarn over, you're going to go through this gap, around and out through the other gap. You're going to yarn over and pull through, and finish the double crochet like normal. And we're just going to work that all the way around. We're ending the yarn around here again, working our last few front post double crochets. And when we reach our chain 2, we're going to treat that as a front post. So this is our chain 2 here, and we're just going to go just like a normal front post double crochet. Do that, and then we're going to join at the top of our beginning stitch with a slip stitch. So that was our first round, and if you can see, it has this ribbed effect with the front post double crochets. So for our next round, we are going to work 9 front post double crochets, but we're not going to work it down here through these gaps. We're trying to move it up. So if you see, when you stretch it, you have these new gaps for your next stitch. So we're going to go through these gaps, and that'll just raise it up to the next level instead of having a big gap or a big clump of yarn right here. So we're just going to work 9 front post double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. In the next stitches, we are going to be working front post double crochet 2 together. which is a decrease. And I know it sounds scary, but it's actually very simple. We're just going to yarn over, insert our hook, yarn over and pull through. Then we're only going to pull through 2 loops. We're not going to finish our crochet, or double crochet. You're going to yarn over once again, and we're going to pretend like we're just going to work our next one. So you're going to do that. We're going to yarn over and pull through 2 loops, and then yarn over and pull through the last 3. So it's pretty much like working the double crochet together, but you're using the front post double crochet method instead. Now we're going to work 9 more double crochet, front post double crochet, sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then we're going to work front post double crochet 2 together once more. So we're going to do this, yarn through, pull 2, yarn over, go through the next one without finishing our first, pull through 2, and pull through the last 3. And then we're going to join with a slip stitch to our first stitch of the row. And that is the end of our mitten. Go ahead and fasten off my yarn here. And then using our yarn needle, we're just going to sew in our end. And our booty is complete. So what I like to do, just to even that out, is we're going to go through this stitch, and then we're just going to sew through the same color in the back. So we're just going to stay within the same color and just go in and out of some of these stitches to keep our yarn secure and it won't pull out when you put this on the baby. There's that. And now I'm going to fasten up the remaining. You can cut the remaining here if you worked in the end like I did. And then here, just in case, I'm going to tie one more knot just to be sure they don't pull free. And then we're just gonna insert those into the same colors as well. And there is the finished baby mitten. And it is the same size as this one. It's just the camera distorts it to be bigger. And there we go. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.